It's weird, right? Like I have all my hair. It doesn't look like it, but I do have all my hair. I think it's the gel. I go every. Yeah, look at you. That's yeah. Don't ever lose that.
Dude. So I coach my daughter's softball team, right? And tonight's super hot out. So we're having like squirt guns. If you make it to second base, you get to squirt somebody, all this stuff. Last 5 minutes, just anarchy. So I took my hat off, and one of the little girls like, "Oh my God, look how much hair you have." I was like, that made me feel so good.
Yeah,
Because
that
I
is
always
definitely.
have a hat on when I see them because I'm the coach, Like I never take my hat off. So
It's yeah. I try to go every 3 weeks, but I'm going every 2 weeks because I am traveling. So I like to travel, and I go
I
for
go every.
my whole little manscaping thing. Right, I do the manicure, pedicure, and the haircut. All
I go every 6. I used to go to this guy Woody, and then his husband had some really bad health issues.
oh,
Woody owns the studio, and so then there's 2 other people who work there, and so just the other 2 took on his clients. So I ended up going to Amanda, and I just stuck with her. So I've been going to the same place for like 20 years, and I mean, you know what? Every 6 weeks, I go in. She scheduled me 6 weeks out. I go in, and it's perfect. I love it because she knows to talk to me for like 3 minutes, and then it's silence. And that's why I love going to her, is because she knows me so well. Like I don't want to sit there and talk to you. Like you know me, man. I'm a very talkative person.
yeah.
When I get my hair cut, she's like, "Hey, how's it going?" She's a Vikings fan. She's got kids that are young like mine. We catch up for like 3 to 5 minutes. Then
Right.
I'm sitting there relaxing, and she's not talking to me, and I love it.
Wow. So my story is I always used to go in Manhattan because I worked in the city. So I would go to this place called Astor Place, really popular haircut joint, right? They were the ones that started doing the designs in the heads, but it was a really popular joint, but it was like a $10 haircut, right? And you just walk in, your guy's there, you get your haircut. And then when COVID hit, everything shut down. And then I wasn't working in the city, obviously. And the weirdest thing about Staten Island, especially New York, the weirdest thing about New York City was there were some parts of the city, even on Staten Island, where on one side of the street you could get your haircut, and on the other side of the street it was considered a red zone, and you couldn't get your haircut. And you literally had women lining up on one side of the street to get their nails done, while the nail salon literally across the street was shut down. It's the craziest thing. So the only one that was open. So Staten Island looks like it's about 16 miles long. It's pretty small. It's about the size of Aruba, actually. And
I like Aruba.
yeah, I know you like Aruba. That's why I mentioned it. And the bottom part of it was open. The one part closer to Jersey. So I just started going there, and I've been going to him for a while now. But yeah, I go. It does look like I'm losing my hair, but I'm actually not. It's the gel.
Yeah, I get that too because
it looks like the looks a little Tom Thibodeau-ish there.
When I use pomade, it's a full head of hair. When I use gel, they like stick and clump together, and then you can see the scalp, so it looks like you're bald.
Interesting, because I usually use the pomade. I don't know why I grabbed the gel tonight, right? And especially
when I grabbed the hat straight from softball. I got home like 6 minutes ago.
You're a hat. See, I'm not a hat guy, and I love hat. Like I love hats, but I'm not a hat guy. Just like I love watches, and I'm not a watch guy.
Yeah, I am a watch guy. If you didn't know that, I'm a watch and a sneaker guy. I'm not like a sneaker head, a sneaker flipper, but I got like 30 pairs of Jordans.
Yeah, so that you're a sneaker. You are a sneakerhead then.
Yeah, but I don't like flip shoes and stuff. No. I wear them.
But if there's a release and you like it, you're on it.
Yeah, but I'm buying it to keep it. I'm not buying it to resell. Like maybe eventually I'll wear them a couple times. Then you can still sell them for like $200 down the road.
Yeah,
maybe something like that. But I buy the shoes to wear the shoes. I don't buy them to stick them in a closet and appreciate.
Yeah, I'm getting to the Hoka on cloud age.
Yeah.
And I wear the.
Try you some Jordan 11s.
All right, I have Jordans. I don't know. My daughter got me into them, and then I have 2 pair of Jordans. I have ones that are more like the Jordan 1s, but they were the release during Space Jam. They have like the little Martian is on there.
Don't tell me you got the Space Jam 1s.
Yeah, they're called Hare Jordans, Hare Jordans, but they're Nike Jordans, but they were during the movie release. That I don't know why I just like them, and then. I like the classic one, the black and red. Like,
yeah, those are my favorite. I've got high tops and low top Jordan 1s red. I got probably 8 to 12 pairs of 3s. I got one four 11s, some 14s. I got one four. No, actually, I got like four fours, one five. I don't like the sixes.
Now,
11s are my favorite. I think ones look the best. 11s are the most comfortable. My favorite pair of shoes when I graduated my master's degree. My parents got me the Jordan 11 cap and gowns. They're
wow.
all black. They're suede, and then they got the patent leather on them. I mean, they're like $600 shoe, but I wear them on special occasions. Like
well, that's the thing.
Dances.
You're not going to wear, like, I look outside and I'm like, I'm not going to walk the dog in my shoes, right? And I fight with my wife all the time about that, right? She'll come home and say this thing to do, walk the dog. And I'm like, I'm still dressed for work. And she's like, you got to be kidding me, right? So I'm a little
for
bit.
For me, I can wear all this stuff to work.
Yeah. Listen, I go to work today, you know, t-shirt. I'm sporting my Gulf of America shirt today. Gulf of America. And shorts and t-shirt. So wait, I'm really curious about this watch guy thing because I'm gonna treat myself when I retire to a really good watch. I own one good watch. I bought a Tag. Well, when I say good, it's a good timepiece, right? It's a Tag. It's not a Rolex, but I will treat myself to a Rolex.
I have a lot of Movado and Bulova. I can't afford a Rolex. I know more than that. A lot of $400 to $600 watches. Those
are nice watches to wear every day to work and an event, a wedding.
The Movados are my favorite, and the Bulova is what I was literally in the jewelry shop. Becky and I got to go get our wedding rings cleaned like every 6 months or whatever for insurance and make sure the diamonds are in there, whatever. Literally in the jewelry shop when I got the message like 10 years ago that I got off third shift. And so to treat myself, I bought myself like an $800 Bulova. I mean, that's the most expensive watch I have.
So the third shift.
My wife got me an orange and blue Broncos colored Movado watch as my wedding gift, and that's like my go-to because it's from my wife.
Movados, I have a Movado, but I don't wear it. It's a little bit more jewelry looking than timepiece looking, right? And that's what it's funny when I bought mine when I was on vacation. So I was at the Atlantis, and the guy asked me, he's like, "Listen, do you want a timepiece or do you want like a piece of jewelry?" Right? And he could have sold me the Rolex, and at that time, we're talking close to 30 years ago. Right, it was probably $4,500 for the Rolex, and I think I paid $12 for the Tag. So I went for the Tag, which I like, a little more sporty for me. But I do watch all these videos on TikTok with these watch flippers. I'm addicted to these watch flippers now, right?
See, I end up wearing my Apple Watch all the time.
Me too. I got my Apple Watch.
I wear it to work. Because my job's social media, like especially with the vending machines, I get emails and stuff. There's problems, I got to go fix them.
Yeah.
But my wife or kids need something. It's not like the olden days where they got to call your work number and ask for you.
Yeah. Right.
So then, but if I'm going out to dinner, softball practice or something like that, I got my Apple Watch on. If we're going out to dinner, going out with the boys, going out with the guys, whatever. You pick out your watch that you're wearing that night.
Yeah, I think I'm going to go
nice little watch case
for the new one.
Got me for Christmas or Father's Day or something. It's got my name on it. It holds like 36 watches in there. I'm a big cufflink guy too. Actually, for our wedding, I got everybody custom cufflinks.
See, I'm learning a lot about you tonight. The watch. I knew the sneaker thing, but I didn't know the depth.
Vito,
of this.
At one time, I probably had 9 different earrings in my ears.
So I had 3 at one time.
Let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I had 8 at one time.
No, I never went that far.
I wear one now. Where I wear just the one.
Tattoos, obviously. I've seen your tattoos.
I've got 16, I believe.
16. Someone told me once that once you get one, you really and you keep going, you actually stop counting because it's now more about how many times you sat in the chair than how many tattoos you actually have. Because some people continue to work off of that original tattoo, right? So
this one right here.
Yeah. Is that the 4?
Weird. This was the most painful one. I had to take 2 sessions on this. I couldn't sit through this in one. Every other one I could do. For whatever reason, the nerves right here, I had to go for 2.
Yeah, my daughter's begging me.
Hammer.
My daughter's begging me, and I'm fine with it, right? But talking about daughters though, let's talk about family for a second. How is the family?
Dude, we're great. The Zips are in first place. Just came from softball practice, like we were talking about.
Timeout. You lost. You lost the other day. I thought you would pull in the Miami Dolphins this year. What happened?
Okay,
obviously, Claire was not pitching. Obviously,
look, Claire's like our number 5 pitcher, but she's batting .875 on the year.
I mean, that's Hall of Fame numbers.
Yeah, she's absolutely dominating at the plate and in the field. Pitching, it hadn't been her year yet. She'll get there.
Yeah.
But this umpire, like we have in our league, if you throw 4 balls, it's not a walk. Then the coach comes in.
Ugh.
Every single batter faced the coach came in. So the umpire was like this. But you know, he was fair. He called it both ways. The other team played the same as we did. They just were better than us that day. We will not lose again. We're winning the championship.
I mean, FanDuel has you as favorites to win this thing.
I mean, bro, I figured out yesterday, my buddy Nick Lucchese lives in Orlando, one of my cards buddies. I stayed at his house.
Why do I know that name? Has he been? He's been on one of your original podcasts, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah, I was on with Nick once.
He is like my best friend from cards. Like,
yeah,
we text every single day. So he got me on the Game Changer where I could watch his daughter play.
I've seen that app.
Softball all the time.
I've seen that app.
Claire's age. And so then he showed me how to do it. I can live stream. So I figured out tonight I can live stream my daughter's game to like family and stuff through my GoPro. I had no idea, and he's teaching me all this. So we're gonna try it out on Friday. We can live stream. Then I'll text you how we're 5-2 instead of 4-3. and I got to check my phone in a minute though, because the second and third place teams are playing each other tonight. We had the night off. We had practice. We got a game Friday and another one Saturday.
Oh, so you might want to see what they're doing.
Yeah, because 2v3 right now, and then we play 3 on Saturday.
Okay, and Coop's good.
Yeah, man, playing hockey.
Nice.
Loved it. Both kids started summer camp this week, so they're coming home exhausted.
New York City's not even out of school yet.
Jeez.
End of the month.
They got out like May 20th or something, so they're both in summer camp, and yeah, man, everything's all good, man.
That's good. I'm glad. And Becky obviously is good, right?
Absolutely.
Same here. I mean, I got to be honest. I feel like shit today. I don't know why. And June is so here's my PSA for the night. And I've told my age a million times, but I am 57. I act like I'm 27, but I am 57. And June is my health awareness month, right? So tomorrow I go for my blood work, which always comes out good, right?
I go next Wednesday.
So I do all of that in June, but I don't know. I was helping my wife with some shit from Costco, and I couldn't even. My wrists were bothering me, and I went to the doctor, and he did X-rays. He said everything's fine. And today again, it was just like really killing me. But I can grip, and I golfed over the weekend, and I played all right. I'm not a golfer at all, but I love golfing. Other than that, I do have some good news. I don't want to jinx it, but I do have some good news. So, as you know, my daughter's a teacher in Pittsburgh, and she's finishing up grad school. She's coming home at the end of July. She's going to teach summer school first out there, so they offered her that summer position, which is great money for a 22-year-old kid, right? 4 hours a day, four days a week. Yeah. But they've shown a lot of the schools in the Board of Ed in New York have shown interest, and she actually got a verbal offer from one of the schools. And now she's just waiting on the paperwork. So I don't want to jinx it because it's always until the paperwork comes. But the principal called her and verbally offered her the position and said, we'll be getting back to you with all the paperwork you have to fill out. And she's panicky, right? Because it's been like 3 days now and they haven't got back to her. And I told her, listen, it's the end of school year. They have three positions to fill in your specific major. And they called you and said that. So she's golden. And then another school called her today and asked if she had time to interview. So a lot of good things happen with my kids. So I'm happy about that. Wife is good. My dog is good. My daughter's coming home next weekend with 5 of her girlfriends, and she's going to do the little New York City thing with them. Because they're done with both teaching as well as done with school. And then they have a couple weeks before summer school starts in Pittsburgh. So she's coming home, and they're going to do the Manhattan thing, the Jersey Shore thing. They'll do all of those things that, you don't get to do in the Midwest, right? No oceans out there. So yeah, work is good, but I work is good too. I'm busy. I said I'm going to be traveling a bit now. We have like halftime. We call them meetings with the sales team. Nothing crazy. I mentioned to you before we went live that, Lansing, Michigan is one of our locations. So I've been to Michigan State, which is pretty cool. And I'll probably go to Orlando. I may be going out to Denver. I know you're a big Denver guy, so I may be going out to Denver too. So we'll see. But other than that, it's really good. Now, I want to talk about your work. And
you want to talk about crazy work?
I want to talk about your work. And
let's show it, Vito.
I want to share something with everyone here.
Boom, there it is. LG's Card Shop. It's official. It's been official for a while. Now we can share. 124 Granville Street, Gahanna, Ohio, coming as soon as we possibly can. We're in there working our tails off. It's looking great. It's finally here, and I can't wait to start rolling out the social media and the the build up to the opening. We're hoping for July 1st.
Nice.
Open, and it's going to be awesome, man. First place we've shown this today. The picture was on Twitter. I shared it with our group and asked people, retweet and stuff. This is the official announcement right here, right now.
This is awesome. I know this has been something that you've been talking about for a while. Kind of held it under wraps as it was coming to fruition, and it's super exciting. And now I know most of your time now is working primarily from home. I know you do the vending machines and stuff like that, but will you have office space there for you to work?
Yeah.
And
I was there today working in my office space, pricing out cards for, we have, room for, I think, 2,100 slabs on wall displays. We got a bunch of great insight from watching videos of other card shops. A lot of the new Burbank card shop looks awesome. So Monday we're getting some more display cases in. We'll have those up, and then it's just putting them together, getting the stuff in. We've got thousands of cards already priced, ready to go, hundreds of thousands more.
And full service card shop, right? You're gonna have trade nights, I'm sure. You'll have live breaks, right? They'll be
eventually
you'll sell retail as well.
Oh, absolutely. That stuff we won't have breaks day one, but we'll get there.
Yeah.
We'll have trade nights, probably first one be in August, I assume. We'll have a grand opening party with some autograph signers, and there's a great lot for trade night as well. We're leasing the building. The people who own the building own the church across the street, so they said we can have trade night like in their giant parking lots. So that's incredible. Good space for that. We'll have retail. We'll have hobby. We'll have singles, Pokemon, Magic, sports.
That's great.
Beckett's, supplies.
My new Beckett came. My new Beckett came today. It's in the mailbox.
Whatever you need, we'll have it.
And so, tell me more. Like the Columbus, Ohio area is kind of the hotbed for the
there's a lot of shops.
Not only shops, just some of the biggest people that we interact with on X are right there.
Yeah,
it's amazing.
Ryan Card Collector 2's down the street. Midwest Cards, they're huge. Not Midwest Box Breaks Ben.
Yeah,
but Midwest Cards, they're downtown. Newhart Cards in Delaware. Triple Plays a mile that way from my house. And then Father and Sons is a 20-minute drive. Then we've got our 3 vending machines around. Wilder Side of Sports. They opened up at Polaris Mall. There's a lot of great people doing a lot of great things here in Columbus, Ohio. And maybe Columbus gets the Nationals someday. I mean, Gary V was just here visiting with Ryan. He had Chase Brown.
Listen, it's not the Super Bowl, so I think Columbus can handle it, right? When you think of an event.
Our convention center holds the Arnold Classic.
Exactly. That's right. It does hold the Arnold Classic. And yeah, I mean, middle of the country is awesome too, right? Because you think about now Chicago, some people say is in the middle, but it's such a, for me, it's tough. It's always tough flying into Chicago, right? Because there's always delays. in a hub like that. But I would love to try somewhere new. I know we had it in Cleveland. I don't know if Cleveland's still in the rotation. I don't even know if Atlantic City's still in the rotation anymore.
It's Chicago 3 straight years, and then
Yeah.
I think they're talking about moving it to Atlanta.
Oh, Atlanta would be cool.
I think they haven't decided, but it's going to be Chicago like for a while.
Yeah,
'Cause
I
they got
thought I
new
saw that.
The National has new ownership, so
That's good. Yeah, I mean, listen, Chicago's a great city, but it's not Chicago. It's Rosemont, right? Like people need to understand it's like living on Staten Island and saying I live in New York City. I do live in New York City, but I'm not anywhere near. I can't see the Empire State Building.
It's a northern suburb, and you cannot see downtown. It's
Right.
but it's right next to O'Hare. There's a ton of hotels around there.
Yeah.
It's easily accessible. It's a huge building. I mean, it's right next to the airport. The IX Center in Cleveland was not ready to handle it. Atlantic City handled it great, but they had no like Wi-Fi. It was 1,000,000 degrees.
Yeah. So the one thing I was telling people about Atlantic City is that the outskirts or the town, you're not leaving the hotel, right? Now, some of those hotels are really nice. Like the Borgata is a beautiful hotel.
That's where we stayed.
Yeah, beautiful hotel. The convention center is actually pretty nice. It's not a casino hotel, but it's actually a pretty nice convention center. But Atlantic City has three things that pro athletes like: good restaurants, good hotels, and gambling, right? And a lot of gambling. And it's not bullshit gambling. It's regular full Vegas table games, sports book. So you have all of that in Atlantic City.
I would want to say let's have it in Vegas, but everyone's flying to Vegas. No one's driving to Vegas.
Oh, that's true. You're not driving.
Vendors. Imagine being a vendor and I got to take 3 U-Hauls and drive to Vegas.
No, Vegas is not happening. Now, Vegas makes sense for a lot of businesses, conventions, right? It's all about the amount of hotel rooms.
Yeah.
And the reason LA and New York get screwed on these things is price, right? Look, they're having Fanatics Fest at the Javits Center. It's Fanatics' home backyard, right? New York City. So that's why they have it there. But having something at the Javits Center is ridiculously priced. And people couldn't afford the hotel rooms. Talking 5, 6, if not more per night for a hotel room.
Good.
Yeah, so National, I think it makes sense in Rosemont because you do have the allure of the city. It's not that far. I actually went in the last time into the city, sporting my Lewis Robert jersey.
But think about this, Vito. If you're a vendor, okay, and you're setting up, just say you've got to take 10 people with you. You're talking 10 hotel rooms, 10 flights, and then the vendor table.
What is it? What does that cost?
And then you're probably paying your employees, like a stipend for food and just stuff while you're there.
Imagine
how expensive it is just to set up at the National.
What does a booth cost at the National?
I don't know on the regular market, but the secondary market's more than we are willing to spend. We cannot get one because we're not on the list. We haven't been there long enough. Like some of these people been there for 50 years. And then there's the lottery to get one. After that, I got to buy a booth from you. We did that before I worked at LJ's. They did that in Chicago. That's when they bought the Mahomes and just kind of went crazy. And that was the height of everything, like the highest of high hobby time. But then if we wanted one, we wanted one in Atlantic City. We wanted it in Chicago, wanted it in Cleveland. It was like, it just doesn't make sense. I mean, we've got 4 people in our establishment. So we went up and just enjoyed.
Yeah.
We walked around, we bought some stuff, we hung out, but then to work the whole thing, like it is very expensive. And now, especially now that we're going to have a physical retail shop.
Yeah.
I don't think it makes sense because we have so many avenues to sell now. Like you're all about the district.
Yep.
And there's Fanatics Live. We won't touch Whatnot, but there's TikTok.
No, me neither.
Shop,
I mean, I sell on eBay too, right? And I think
we sell on eBay millions of dollars.
Yeah, I think it's because there's a certain car. I have a threshold, like it's going to eBay, and or it's staying on district, right? And we talked about the constraints of district are the eyeballs right now, and I think that's not a big surprise to say that, right? When I have my auctions, and you even mentioned it, right? It's a lot of the same buyers, which is great, right? So that means they look forward to seeing my auctions. They look forward to joining. I actually had one of my biggest outings or
See,
auctions a few weeks ago.
do you? I wanted to ask this question.
Yeah. Shoot.
Are they always at the same time in the evenings? I see. I'm in like 6 different chat groups with Eloy. Eloy's my homie, but I can never make it. And like,
so
and
Eloy's different. Eloy's different. He's
Monday
like
night. I got softball every Monday night. It's like 2:00 in the afternoon. I will absolutely jump in your auction. But that's just me because I have that flexibility. Like I'm at work, I'm buying stuff for LJ's. I'm doing this. I'm doing that. 8:00 at night, I'm at a softball game.
Yeah, Eloy's different though.
Stuff is in the evenings.
But you got to remember, Eloy's different, right? He's almost treated like a guest there, right? Or he's like a VIP type host, which he has earned, and he absolutely deserves, right? So what you're talking about with our auctions is just Monday nights, and there's usually 2 or 3 slots. It starts as early as 7 Eastern, and then the last guy can go on as late as 10 Eastern, but it's usually in that prime time, and it's always Mondays.
Why not a Saturday at 2?
So Eloy does Saturday, I think, nights. I think he's like that's his gig. Yeah, it's a matter of like availability too, right? Saturdays in the summer at 2:00, it's tough to get an audience on there, right? Let's face it. I think it's tough. People have barbecues and all this other stuff. But the good thing about district is we have the pre-bidding stuff. So that's cool.
What I found when we did a lot of stuff on Whatnot was West Coast buyers. I know Eloy's on the West Coast, so he doesn't even start sometimes till 9:00 my time. And I'm trying to get my kids to bed. When I worked 3rd shift, I was in his auctions all night long on my phone.
Yeah.
But now it's like, man, a lot of the buyers are West Coast. So like midnight, our time's 9 p.m. Their time, it's prime time for.
And that's where eBay becomes so powerful, right? The amount of eyeballs that are on there 24/7.
If you're going live at 7:00, who's buying at 4 p.m. in San Francisco?
No, nobody, because they're working.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's got to be a sweet spot. I know that my boss Stefan has put a lot of time and research into ending auction time on eBay. So we have specific rules. Like if he hands me this stack of cards, he'll tell me what day to start it at what time and be like 1 to 2 minute intervals and get through as many as you can. And then the next day start at this time, because the ending time, I mean, if you look at, there are different cases that, because I fill up the vending machine, so I got to find somewhere to buy the stuff.
Right.
If you look at cases that end on eBay, like cases of hockey cards, because now we're at 2 hockey places, there's stuff ending at 1:00 in the afternoon that I will get for dirt cheap. And there's stuff that's ending at 9 p.m. Eastern that
is that going, top price,
going way over what it should. And then there's stuff ending at midnight Eastern, which is West Coast time, that maybe it's a Brock Purdy heavy thing.
Well, that does matter too. I do think that the team and the location does weigh into it a lot.
Yeah.
The question is, are you auction only or are you buy it now as well?
Oh, we have 7,000 buy it now cards right now. Probably. We have kind of gotten away from the auctions just because we're 4th and goal opening the store. So, I mean, it used to be, we'd put up, I'd put up 40, Josh would put up 40, Stefan would do so many auctions per day,
right?
4 days a week, and then a bunch of buy it nows like behind the scenes too.
Are these 7-day auctions?
Yeah, traditionally, and well, if we think it's going to get more than 10 grand, we usually do 10 days. But traditionally 7-day auctions, Monday through Thursday, starting at 5:30 Eastern, and which would be 8:30 Western. No, I'm sorry. No, I got that backwards.
8:30, 5:30. 8:30 Eastern, 5:30 Western.
ending 8:30 Western, 5:30 Eastern. What I meant to say.
Well, no, it's the other way around though. Because
Yes.
but it's 8:30 ending, 5:30 on the West Coast.
Yes.
Got it. Okay, and that's what he thinks is the sweet spot.
And he's done a lot of research into it. So
yeah, I mean, you could put filters on. There'll be times where I'll just say like PSA 10s ending soonest, right? And you're looking and something's ending in 30 seconds.
Yeah,
and there's
I do that all the time.
No bids on it, right? And you can grab something relatively inexpensive.
And then we have everything spaced out so things aren't ending at the same time. So we have a lot of repeat buyers, especially because we do set breaks. Like if we have a whole entire graded 1965 top set, there are people out there who are collecting. They need 10 of those cards to complete their set. So if we have them all ending at the same time, they can't bid on them all. So we like something like that. We probably do 2-minute intervals. If it's something like this random stack of Topps cards, 1-minute intervals, but very rarely it would be a mistake, like an accident. I screwed up if something's ending at the same time. They're all different times because we have a lot of repeat buyers. Because if you're buying something for me, you can't buy 3 cards that end at the same time. I mean, you could if you were, but you can't like snipe them. You know what I mean?
Yeah. So Pokemon's going to be big though too in your store, right?
I sure hope so. And there's a local game shop about a mile away. It's a huge Pokemon shop.
Really?
From our storefront, and so we'll have Pokemon things, but they're going to be way more involved. I mean, every time I've walked in there, they've got at least 6 different games of people playing Pokemon just set up. They have just nothing but tables in there for people to play. A singles bin. They've got a whole room in the back where they'll look up a card, see if they have it, and they know exactly where it is to go get it. And then a ton of sealed. Like they're
inventory control is the hardest part of this hobby.
They're my favorite gaming shop. I don't know. It's not a card shop. They call it local game shops called Little Root Games. And, we got a good relationship with them. I went and introduced myself, say, hey, we're opening up a card shop down here. We'll mostly be sports cards, but also some Pokemon. They're like, oh, great. Because we get sports cards fans who come in. Now we have somewhere to send them. I'm like, we will be selling Pokemon, but not nearly as much as them. Hopefully we'll have like game night and stuff, but that's, we got to get on the ground running.
Right. You got to tread lightly there. Right. I got it. So definitely I want to show some SGS stuff in a little bit, SGC submission stuff in a little bit. And, but let's talk about the NBA finals and the NHL hockey finals, which hockey starts tonight. So let's start basketball first, because I don't know about you, being a Knicks fan and being completely devastated. I really am. This whole week has been devastating. The Thibodeau firing, I'm not a fan. I'm a
Cavs fan, so I got it before you got it.
Yeah, you got it before me.
Those games 1 and 2, Indiana had no business winning. But
listen, they took 2 on the road in New York as well, right? They and you saw the way they lost game 1. The Knicks, my goodness. I think it's I think the record now is like 900+ on teams that have that big of a lead. I think it was 14 points with 3 minutes left to go. You could have ran the clock out every possession and not lost that game. There wasn't enough time for Indiana to tie or even win that game.
The Cavs were up by 7 with like 30 seconds left and lost.
Yeah. Now, speaking of the Pacers got no shot in my mind. No shot.
It's 4-0 Oklahoma City. They're sweep.
Maybe Indiana steals 1, but
no. Indiana
500 to 1 odds, plus 500 rather.
Unless Tim Tebow joins the team and like Jesus comes down or something, like they've been lucky to the point where it feels like there's a higher being around it. Like stuff like this doesn't just happen.
So you're saying OKC,
you know what I mean?
OKC sweep, not any moment of those 4 games there to sweat?
Nope.
So this is complete domination.
Yep.
Golden State, Jordan, Bulls, Jordan, complete domination. All right. I'm going to say 4-1. I think Indiana's going to find one only because I think they will. Other
I
than,
do really like Tyrese Halliburton though.
oh, can't stand that kid.
I
can't stand that
why?
kid. No, I can't stand that kid. I
I
can't
don't
stand
think
that
his
kid.
dad sucks, but he seems like he's okay.
I mean, he's a great player. I'm not going to take that away from it.
I
There's a
watched that.
Nick Indiana thing that will never, starting with Reggie and all the shit they
we
went
did the
through
this
with,
move.
yeah, that, like, I mean, amateur hour shit.
I remember watching a U.S. Olympic thing because he was on the team, but he played like 2 minutes.
Well, Brunson didn't make the Olympic team, and he did. So,
Well,
listen,
Christian Laettner made it over Shaq too. So,
right, they did need to take one college kid that year, and they took Laettner. That's true. That's true. They took Laettner.
Christian Laettner has a gold medal.
He has a gold medal, right? He probably has more than one, right? Did they win a gold when he was when they weren't? No, he was in college, so no, probably not.
That was his only Olympic team.
Olympics, yeah. Shaq's made it up though.
Yeah, Shaq played.
So here's my problem with Halliburton. Listen, it's hard for me to sit here and say that a bad stuff about Halliburton when the guy's going to the finals and he beat the Knicks, right? Like, so it is hard, but I will tell you, you saw a difference when he had. And again, I'm going to sound like such a jerk off because they beat the Knicks. But in game 5, when the Knicks were down 3-1 and they had complete desperation, you saw what Brunson was made of.
I didn't watch
Halliburton did not show up for that game. And they had a chance to put the dagger in, right? So when you think about the difference between like Jordan and LeBron and even Kobe, there's a killer instinct that I don't think LeBron possesses that I do think that Jordan and Kobe had, right? Kobe ran through Gasol. Do you remember that in the Olympics when he ran through him?
And then I remember the documentary about it.
I mean, there's a killer instinct that just doesn't exist. And we're watching.
They were teammates too.
Exactly. And he said it in the locker room. He said, I'm going to effing run through this guy. Yeah. And my wife and I are watching Succession on HBO. 4 seasons about that wealthy family who's going to take over for the dad when he has to step down as CEO. Anyway, that's the premise of the show. It's a 4-season show. We're in the 2nd season. But last night, one of the lines the father said to the son when he asked him, Dad, you think it will ever be me? And he said, I don't know, son. He goes, you got to be a killer. And when you think about guys like Halliburton, I don't know if he has a killer instinct. He has a good supporting cast around him. He's a fine player. I don't know if he's a killer, right? And if he's a true killer, he's going to find a way to be OKC. But he's not a killer. I think Brunson has a killer instinct. I think Jordan has a killer instinct. I think Kobe, I don't think LeBron will ever have it. He's
man, if Kyrie doesn't bail him out and Ray Allen doesn't bail him out, he's not even in the consideration of the topic. He's not even in the top 5, man. Like,
yeah, listen, he has all the records. Longevity will do that, though, right? Playing a lot.
He was also the chosen one from when he was 10 years old. He's Cleveland's savior. He
did save the city.
Yeah,
he saved the city.
I got 3 LeBron jerseys. So I'm a big fan, but
I'm not starting a team with LeBron. In their prime, I'm not starting. I tell you, Kobe. I would pick Kobe before him too. I would. A lot of young.
I'd pick Hakeem Olajuwon over him.
Oh yeah, of course. Olajuwon is complete. But anyway, Thibodeau. Let's talk about.
I take Steph Curry. Sorry.
Let's talk Thibodeau for a quick second. So we both have OKC winning. I have Indiana finding a way to win one. Maybe Halliburton comes up like a hero one game, but I do think it's not going to be a tough series. The Thibodeau firing. How much have you followed about this? I think it's utterly ridiculous.
All I've seen was he won more playoff games than like anyone since like Pat Riley.
Yep.
But the Knicks thought, well, he can get us here. but he can't get us here.
Yeah, and this was not a general manager call. This was ownership.
And
call.
who's out there who's going to do that?
No,
That's what I think about the NFL all the time. Like, oh, we're going to fire such and such mid-season. Like, who's taking over?
Yeah.
Who's going to do better?
The names that I'm hearing are. I do listen. I had season tickets during the Van Gundy years. I love Jeff Van Gundy. He is not the guy I want coaching this team. Mark Jackson. I don't want any of these retreads from the '90 Knicks that everyone thinks we want. Now, guys like me, we all will go back and think of that '90s Knicks team as like the team that you'll always love, right? But I tell you, I fell in love with this team this year. I truly fell in love with this team. And I don't like the names that I'm hearing. I don't want Mike Brown. I don't want Mike Brown coaching this team. I need another guy with a killer instinct. And if
you need Pat Riley,
well, Pat's a little too old right now. I would take Spoelstra, but he's not leaving Miami. He'd be crazy in Miami. Malone would be great. Mike Malone.
I can't think of his name all of a sudden, but Villanova's coach.
Oh, Jay Wright.
Yeah, he's got it.
You know, I get the whole Villanova Knicks thing, right? You're going to get DiVincenzo back too and just go for it and try to win your bracket. This is not the NCAAs, my friend, and we saw that. This is
hey, you
pro
know what?
basketball.
Coach K passed up the Celtics, the Heat, and the Lakers to stay at Duke.
And Belichick's going to go 3-9 this year with UNC, and he's out. And I'm telling you, that's going to happen. They made a huge mistake there. I do think, though, that Jay Wright translates well. I think he can. I think he's mature enough that he can translate to the NBA. Like Bobby Hurley, not Bobby Hurley. Danny Hurley. I mean, great college coach.
Yeah.
Is he going to scream at Cat? He's going to scream at him, right? Like he screams at these 18-year-old kids from Connecticut. It's not going to fucking happen. Not going to happen.
Bobby Hurley would be straight though.
Yeah, I don't know. Does he have any history? Who did he coach?
Jeff Capel.
Is that a relation?
No, but can I tell a quick story?
Yeah, of course.
1995, Jeff Capel plays for Duke. They're in the NCAA tournament playing against Eastern Michigan and God Shamgod, if you remember that name.
Why do I do remember that name.
In Indianapolis, and we got tickets. And he spells it Capel. We spell our name Kapel, but it's both Capel. Somehow, they thought we were family members. We were like 3 rows off the court for like $50 tickets or something like that for the NCAA tournament. I mean, we had 3 tickets in the 2nd row and 3 tickets in the 7th row for my dad, my brothers, a couple of friends and stuff. We had 6 tickets out in Indianapolis, like 3-hour drive. So we went out, and I cannot say for sure, but I'm pretty confident that we got these tickets because they thought we were Jeff Capel's family because he was on the team then.
Listen,
Duke was a 9 seed. And we're just Duke fans, and it's 3 hours away we went.
Yeah, listen, I don't want Jeff Capel to be my Knicks coach. He may be a great guy.
But
he may be a great guy, and he may have gotten you great seats. But
I wanted him to be Duke's coach, but I'm very happy with the John Shire choice.
Oh,
but
yeah.
I thought Capel or even Chris Collins earned it. Johnny Dawkins earned it, but Coach K handpicked his successor, and they allowed him to. And Shire's been great.
Yeah, he's been fantastic.
I'm happy with him.
He's been fantastic. I will tell you,
he's a recruiter.
Last thing on Tibbs, I mean, as a Knicks fan, it's been a tough week, right? Tough loss, tough out. They're not deep. Indiana was much deeper. You can't let Indiana control the pace of the game. And in the games the Knicks won, they clearly controlled the pace of the game. And once you let Indiana get out and run and get ahead of the inbound pass baskets led to so many points, right? I don't know. And then Thibodeau getting fired, just a tough week. Listen, I trust Leon, freezing on his last name right now, Leon Rose, the GM. I trust he's built this team. I trust they'll do the right thing, but I don't want to hear names like Van Gundy and names like Mark Jackson and Mike Brown. And you know Mike Brown because he coached Cavaliers, right? I don't want Mike Brown.
You know what, Levito? there's one thing that just popped up my phone that I'd like to talk about hobby related. Are we
Yeah,
done with the Knicks here?
I'm done with the Knicks. Yes, I'm done. So
I didn't want to interrupt
that's
you,
right.
but
No, and I appreciate that. But let's hobby related. Hot off the press. Hot off the press.
Pokemon, dude. So for the last 2 days, there is a Prismatic Evolutions, they call it, because Eevee set that's dropping at Costco for $121. It's gonna resale over $500.
So what is your feeling about like these Costco and GameStop and Walgreens, and I know Target and Walmart are in the retail game, but like it's everywhere now, right? Dick's Sporting Goods, Hobby Lobby sells cards. It's enough already. Like how do you feel as a retail shop about the fact that I could walk into Walgreens now and buy a blaster and say, all right, I paid $30 for my blaster. I'm not going to spend $300 on a hobby box.
I think it sucks for us, but it's capitalism. Like, I'm not gonna be mad about somebody else making money. Obviously, I don't want a giant corporation like Walgreens making money off baseball cards when they've got other things to do. But like these are like Costco exclusives though. So that's different. And then like this just dropped on Walmart, and now they have like lines. Hey, you're in line. Let's see. So I just joined the line.
So the third party seller Walmart.
Well, this one's actually Walmart, but there are a bunch of third parties there.
How are they selling? Yeah, but how's Walmart selling Costco exclusive? It's third party selling.
I'm sorry, I misspoke. So I'm in line right now for a Walmart Destin's Rivals ETB.
Okay.
And so they started like this queue thing where it's not like Target where you just keep pushing checkout, and hopefully you get through. It's, hey, this is my spot. Whenever they get to my spot in line, if there's any left, I get some. If not, and then they drop at different times a day. And so then like Costco, it's everybody who's just reselling. Like if I get one, I'm opening it. If I get three, honestly, I'm probably gonna open all three. But you just sit on them, and it's most of it. People are just reselling all of it because you can just make money off it. Like if you just get lucky and hit the Costco, you're making $400 per transaction. You got 4 accounts. That's $1,600. Why wouldn't you do that?
No, I get it. Right. I go through that same thing. Like, I don't know if I'm a collector. I don't know if I'm a hobbyist. Yeah. I don't know if I'm a reseller. I don't know what I am.
I am whatever I can sell to fund my hobby, I'm going to. Or if I could buy 7 of those Costco things and fund myself a trip to Florida, like I'm going to. I mean, I don't think it's hurting anybody because they're selling it. Other people are doing it.
Yeah.
Now, I wouldn't do it for my business or the company I work for, but me personally.
So are these things
money, man?
Are these things going to be like sitting on a pallet in a Costco store?
I'm sure they will in a couple of days. Yeah.
I love that. I love how people.
And then you got people waiting at like GameStop. They said they're getting away from video games and going more try to become a card shop, which I don't think it's going to work out because
who's buying a deal? Do you buy games anymore? You stream them. You download the games now. You don't go to the store anymore to buy the games.
But say you got 100 GameStops in the country. We know there's more than that. You have to put the same rules and regulations in every single one. That just can't work. What happens? What works at where you live doesn't work where I live.
Yeah, that's very true.
It doesn't work in Nevada. It doesn't work in San Francisco.
Look, I don't have Walmart. I don't have Walmart in the 5 boroughs in New York City. We do not have Walmart. Now we have Target. We have no Walmart. There were
trees right there. I can see the Walmart. You know?
Yeah, we do not have Walmart. So, like when I do have the itch to get retail, it's usually to just rip. It's usually because I'm traveling for work, and I'm on a highway and I see a sign for Walmart, run in, grab some stuff. All right, so that is really hot off the press, new Costco Pokemon.
Yeah, so
what's the retail price?
$121, and I guarantee it resells for over $300. And then the Destined Rivals ETBs just dropped on Walmart right now as we're on the phone. Or on this call, I looked at my phone. It just dropped $55. I bet they're reselling over $100. Like I got to get product from our vending machines. I'm buying Obsidian Flames ETBs for $90 and selling them for $100. Like, there's no allocation. There's no buying it for cheaper and selling it double anymore. That doesn't exist anymore.
Yeah, I mean, listen, that's a 10% margin, man. You're making nothing.
The days of buying Prism for $200 and selling them for $1,200, those days are over.
Yeah, unless it's WNBA. Unless it's WNBA.
Yeah, maybe that.
And Caitlin Clark. Yeah, I got to tell you, what did I buy? I did a hot Bowman. I'm only buying Bowman, Topps flagship, and Chrome. I used to get into Inception. Don't do it. I do not like it. I love the cards. I don't touch Heritage. Do not touch it. There's nothing about it. It's a great if you're a set collector, you like building sets, a lot of fun, not doing it. I'm dumping base. I'm dumping base. I have a box. I'm dumping it.
They all suck.
Yeah, I'm dumping it. So I bought Series 1. Did all right, but I went pretty heavy. What's heavy, right? I bought 2 hobby boxes, a jumbo box, and I bought 16 mega boxes. I think that's pretty heavy in Bowman. And then I won't buy anything till Series 2 now. Then I'll buy Chrome, and then I'll buy Update. And that's usually now. I'm still up in the air about National. My daughter's moving back that week. I don't know if I'm going, and I'm pissed about it, but I'll get over it.
Bring her with you.
I'll get over it. Now she's moving back from Pittsburgh. It's going to be emotional for her and that whole thing, right? Like her leaving her because she got used to living out there.
It's for good.
Yeah. No, this is for good. This is it. This is for good. This is like U-Haul, moving, saying goodbye, like starting a new life back in New York.
Right over my head. I knew that when you were saying about the student teaching. I just didn't think about it.
I mean, if she was just coming back for the summer, probably you're right. Okay. She's in Pittsburgh. We freaking could have got to Chicago so damn easy.
Well, you know what, man? I mean, I feel like it's a good opportunity for you and your daughter to come to Columbus.
Well, that I did want to talk to you about that because every time I looked at this picture, all I kept thinking about was the fact that you had said I should come out there for that. So I was thinking about that. And I'm looking at the picture now, and it is such an awesome looking shop. That is exciting. But I did pre-order some Series 2. And then I got into, and I told you the last time we spoke, like the grading stuff, right? Like I really
you were talking about your SGCs.
Yeah, I went through. I have some of them here. I actually already sold 2 cards, so I already made up my submission fee. So I'm I'm there. I think the lighting sucks. I know it's going to suck, but I did. Let me see if we could. So this is a blurry nonsense. It's the lighting. Let me try to fix the lighting here. See if the lighting got worse.
Well, I think it's just because you have that background blur on.
Oh, maybe. Yeah. Let me turn that off. There you go. See, you're always thinking there.
So yeah, I just got my ceiling fan, my USA flag, and my Broncos stuff. So I don't need to blur.
Can't be changed while we're recording. All right, let's try this from afar here. It's not. Oh, there we go. So it's Rushman. This is an auto, number 25 gold. I got a 10 on the auto, 9 on the card.
Beautiful. I do, man. I like the slabs. I like how they feel in your hand. I like how they look.
The black is great, right? This is a gunner.
Especially that looks so good to me.
Look at this gunner. 10 rookie, and mega.
It looks way better than this.
Of course. Look at that 10, the way it stands on that card, right? Like the big 10. This is numbered to 225.
And what a good looking card. Can you put that back up? Like, look at the bat, his hair. You can tell it's just a big hit right there. Like, I like looking at that stuff. Like, I got this Harrison Bader sitting right here, ready to send to Kev's cards. Like, what just happened right here? This is a cool looking card. Like, his hair's flowing. He's running to first base. He's got the bat. He probably just hit like one to the gap. I love that stuff.
This one I have up too. So this is Skeens, the Ray Wave. Do it on my face again.
I love that.
Rookie 9.5, right? Rookie. I'm gonna figure out this camera shit so I can have the second camera going. Now this one I may keep.
Are you selling that Skeens?
I'm selling everything that I showed you so far.
How much?
That one's like $50 only.
It's mine. $50.
You want that?
$50. I'll buy it.
I'll sell to you for 50. I'll take it off. I'll take it off district now.
I'll pay you for it as soon as we hang up.
You
I would like to have that
you don't
card.
have to rush and get it. I trust you. This one I think I'm keeping. So this is a Skeens number to. There's a 10 number to 25 from Pro Debut orange foil. Look at that baby. That grade is 10.
I think it's so much harder to get a 10 on a paper card than a chrome card. I think that's why if you look at the history of cards, downtowns, the paper Don Russ sell for more graded 10s than the optics do. Because I feel like there's more optic 10s than there are Don Russ 10s. Because I think the paper is harder to grade.
Yeah, I definitely think the corners get a little
because the card stock.
Yeah, without a doubt.
You said the corners, the edges, it's more difficult to grade.
That one, the black case pops, right? So that one I have up right now on eBay. I have a couple of people interested. Now, I will tell you that there's 2 of them that sold raw for $300, and this one's a 10. So, and it's slabbed already.
So, if it's 300 raw and it's a 10 and you're selling it, where do you start?
I'm at 400.
7.
Nah, you know why? I'm going to tell you why. The same card autoed in a 9 PSA 9, but autoed went for $7.99. I'm not going to be crazy.
But you can do or best offer and just put minimum 300 in it.
I had a guy, really nice guy. Actually, turned out we were actually starting to chat in eBay. He's a police officer in Pittsburgh. Go figure. And he's like, dude, I'm collecting the rainbow. He goes, if I were you, I'd keep the card. He goes, it's not the price. He goes, I'll tell you, I really love the card. He goes, but I have them all in PSA 10s, the other rainbow ones. So I'm afraid of breaking that and not getting a 10. He goes, and you have a 10 right now, but you have it in an SGC, and I'm not collecting. He goes, but I love your card, right? So this one's up. This is Wemby. This is a pink rated rookie.
Is that pink hyper? Or?
Yeah, pink hyper. 9.5.
It's hard to tell with the blur.
I know. And this one I have up. I just got an offer for this. I just got an offer came in. So this is Ohtani 2018. So this is his rookie season, but I don't know why it doesn't have the rookie shield on it. But this is from Update. This is black, number to 67.
Wow.
There's 2 others up there for 1,700 and 1,500. I just got an offer literally before we went live for $11.50. I have it up for $14.99. He offered $11.50, and there's 2 other guys selling the same card. One guy's selling a 7 for $1,500. This is a 9. I'm not taking the $11.50. Anyway, I was really happy with them, and I'm starting to build out my second submission. So this is from Bowman this year. Jackson Holiday.
God, such a good looking card, man.
Dude, number to 10.
It's beautiful.
This has and it's hard with the camera.
It looks perfectly centered. I mean, I can't tell edges or anything.
Perfectly centered. And then this is a foil board Ohtani, right? But this is number to 199. So I got 2 that I'm ready. I'm trying to get like 20 cards out. I did all right with Bowman. Cecil's grandson.
Yeah.
Autograph number. This one's number 2.
I know the auto is streaky.
99.
But it's still a good looking auto.
Yeah, 99.
I like it.
That's up to. Anyway, I did all right this time around. But I know we're running here up on time here, so we're just having so much fun today. That's why. See, we're having fun. I got the release calendar. Just curious, like what gets your attention. So I don't know what's up with the Beckett site because they got stuff on their release calendar that released almost a month ago. But if you go into like coming up, these are still all May. Here we go, June. Score Football 2025. Are you touching it?
Nope. I mean, it depends what the price point is. Maybe I'll get in a couple of Broncos breaks just to try to get. But
Topps
no,
Chrome basketball without the licensing.
nope.
Panini Select basketball. Now, will the store sell these things?
Our store?
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
Got
Me
it.
personally, as my name's Chris, and I have the money and the life that I have, I can't I would love Immaculate. I would love Contenders. I would love Optic.
The reason I ask you about football too,
Metal Universe, AEW, Panini Noir, I think might be the most underrated product. Like,
so I don't collect world basketball.
Like, that's huge. All of it.
I don't collect basketball because I only buy it if I'm bored and I see retail. I won't buy hobby on basketball. But that's why I always ask you, like, what's hot here. Donruss Optics got to be pretty hot in basketball.
It's the affordable, highish, lowish, and it's more of like an Acura instead of a Honda. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
it's not the National Treasure. It's not the Immaculate. It's not the Noir, but it's Optic. People like it.
Yeah, the Optic rated rookies are really cool. Next year, though,
Treasures basketball, people are going to be hunting the logo mans. But see, something my boss and I were talking about today is there's too many double and triple logo mans now. Like, if there's a Wemby LeBron, okay, well, you know what LeBron did. Wemby could break his ankle and never play again. But you're paying such a premium. It could be huge, but I'd rather have just one instead of the dual. I'd rather have a single Wemby or a single LeBron compared to the dual Wemby LeBron logo man.
Yeah.
It's my opinion. It was his opinion too. But like, I was looking up a bunch of Broncos autographs, and it's like, I can get a triple auto of John Elway, Terrell Davis, and Rod Smith on a card for just about the same price as I can get the same card of just John Elway. For me as a Broncos fan, I want all three. And as a collector, but as like a reseller or someone who's trying to make money, you just want the Elway.
Of course.
You don't care about Terrell Davis or Rod Smith. So I kind of feel that way about like the logo mans. Like, you're going to have Jaden Derek Lively, who was probably going to be the rookie of the year and then got hurt, put up with like Joel Embiid. Cool, maybe. I don't know. You know, breakers are going to hit the gong and say it's the hit of the century, but like, is it?
I don't know. Well, listen, we're almost up on time, but you always provide the great question of the week.
Yes.
So we're going to do this one speed round. Your question was, if you could be best friends with a character from any TV show, past or present, who would it be, who and why? So I will tell you, I love the question, did not put a lot of thought into it until right before we went live. I have mine, but since you posed the question, I'm going to put you on the spot. Who is yours?
Homer Simpson.
Homer. Do you, when you go to Universal Studios, do you go to like Simpsons Land and all that?
Absolutely. I've seen every Simpsons episode ever made.
It's impossible.
When we go to bed at
impossible.
Night, it's just on.
How is that possible? They've been on for 40 years. How have you seen every episode?
I have. I literally, it's on Disney and it's just on repeat in my house all the time.
I've seen pretty funny. They're pretty funny.
I've seen all of them multiple times. I can tell you right now that the one where he eats the hot chili and then he goes and sees the wolf that's not really there. And in the next episode is when Mr. Burns sees the aliens, is like the greatest 2 episodes of all time. But Homer is like someone I want to go to the bar and drink with, but he like doesn't care about so many things that I care about that I wish I could just let go. But then he cares about, he learns about his daughter. He learns about his son. He's not the best father. He's a drunk. He's this, he's that, but he grows as a character. And I feel like we would be friends, but then I'd be like, I'm better than that guy. That guy kind of sucks. I'm this, I'm that. I don't ever want to think I'm better than somebody, but also like he's a cartoon character who's supposed to be silly and out there. So it's like, I just feel like we could relate and we'd have a good time hanging out.
So you made a very compelling case for Homer Simpson. I am not a Simpsons guy. I'm more of a Family Guy. And I thought about Peter Griffin. I think Ted the bear would.
Oh God, yeah.
I would love him. But actually, when I did think about it, so as you were saying, Homer, that came to mind because I thought Family Guy, and then it kind of brought me down the rabbit hole of Ted. I actually think it would be George Costanza from Seinfeld. I just think he'd be a great guy to just always hang out with because he would just tell you like it is, and he'd make you laugh, and I think he'd be fun to hang out with, and I think you're always better than him, right? Like the selfish me would know I'm always better than him. So George Costanza would be my character from any TV show, past or present, that I would love to be my best friend, and that is why. And Chris, on that. It is. I don't win. I think yours was very compelling. Today was fun. A lot of we had to catch up. I know we haven't been on in a while, so we had some scheduling conflicts, but this was fun, and I shared my cards with you, and you got a Skeens coming your way. So don't worry. Whenever you get around to it, I'll get it out to you.
We're way over our time, so.
But let's say goodnight, and appreciate you, man.
Yeah. Hey,
Peace.
have a great night.